see what we have today. Okay. Let's see what we have today. Turn the phone down. Turn the volume down. Still learning this. Tonight. I'm excited. I'm excited. Come on in, come on in, come over. Yes. I hope I'm sounding okay. Guys, we're gonna test for a minute because I know I've been having some issues earlier on. Tell me if I sound okay and if I'm not blurry. I'm trying not to go on my phone because I realized my phone was messing up my the whole connection thing. So just tell me if I'm doing okay. All right. I'm trying to turn this phone down. I don't know how to do that. I'm thinking it's this button to turn it down. So I'm gonna leave it like that. So if I get a call in, I won't be able to hear it. Yeah, you're okay. Good. I'm so happy that I'm okay tonight. All right. Come on in, come on in. LFAM, welcome back to another live stream. Oh my God, I felt like I've been away for maybe like 2 weeks because we missed Wednesday. Now, you guys know that Wednesday I was trying to get on, but for some reason I was having technical issues. That's the only reason why I wasn't here on Wednesday, okay? Because you know, and today I make sure I test this to see if it works okay before I come on here. So I'm going to give you guys, you are blurry though. I'm blurry. Oh my God, don't tell me I'm blurry. I want to hear that. You know what? The webcam, I'm still on the webcam, so it may be a little blurry, but as long as you could hear me clear, that's good. All right. So I'm going to ask you guys to just come on in and I try to just see how blurry it is. If it's really, really blurry, then I'm going to come off and go and not stay on here. But if it's okay and I could hang in there, then I'll hang in there with it. So let's just see what we have here. All right, let's go over here. Let me see. So I'm going to ask you guys as soon as you come on in, welcome LFAM. Guys, you know what the routine is. What you're going to do for me is, okay, good. You could hear me clearly. Wonderful. Thank you all for those who have logged in. I won't know if you don't comment. I won't know who you are if you're here. But I saw Serena Smith, family, come on in. It's okay, my phone at you too. Okay, I saw Serena. Thank you for coming over, Serena. I know it's going to be fun tonight talking to you guys. And you guys are going to talk with me because you see, I'm doing this live tonight solo. I don't have Lily. I don't have Babe. I'm doing it by myself. So I'm expecting us to, interact with each other. I'm so excited to do the giveaway at the end after we did a brief discussion. It's not going to be too detailed. I saw you, Janika. Thank you for coming in, Janika Garden. She said, I'm here. Bree is here. Thank you for coming in. As soon as you guys come on in, please comment and share the live, guys. Share this live stream. I'm going to ask you because I'm going to be doing something new going forward. And so I'm going to be asking you guys to share and to invite people in because I don't just want to come and live and just do a live and just leave it like that. I want you guys to interact. I want you guys to benefit from it. I want you guys to help me to build the channel as well. So I have a surprise announcement that I'm going to do at the end. I don't know if it's at the end on my agenda, but wherever it is, I'll announce it. It's going to be something new that I decided to start doing monthly. All right, to get it exciting and have us look forward to something to come on in over to the live. All right. So this is what I'm gonna be doing. Is I'm just gonna share this live because I didn't share it when I came in. So I want to share it. So I'm gonna ask you guys to do the same thing as well. I want to turn the phone down because I know the was the problem on Wednesday. So I want to make sure I turn the phone down. I can't take no calls right now. So if anybody's calling me, guys, I can't talk to you right now. Definitely, I'm gonna ask you guys to share it. I could see that it's a blurry, but hopefully it will go away. Once you could hear me clearly, which I'm not gonna turn it up because then it will have interference in the back. I'm not gonna turn it up to listen to it, but I think Serena said you could hear me. As long as you could hear me clearly, that's fine. All right. The blurriness I could deal with. We're on a webcam. What can we expect, right? It's not officially the live stream on YouTube. This is just a webcam. I'm glad that we're able to do something at least like this so I could talk to my audience. And if you have not seen the last video that I have put out, you guys need to see that. Actually, two videos, part 1 and part 2. When we take a quick little trip to Jamaica. Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. I still have part 3 that I was hoping to put out tonight, but I might not be able to until tomorrow or Tuesday, depends how busy I get. Guys, you have to stay with me because I'm still working, and I know you guys need long videos, but this is the thing that I decided. Until we get to a place where YouTube start to pay me for my videos, I'm going to be doing short videos, okay? Because I have over 100 videos and I'm not getting compensated on YouTube as yet. So, and I know we need to work. We need to work hard so I could get monetized. That's the reason why I'm here and live. Because I need to make up my watch hours. I'm going to be transparent with you guys. As you guys know, I'm going to tell you guys what is going on. I don't really have anything to like hide, when it comes on to YouTube. As I always say, I know who follow me on YouTube because we have a YouTube studio that we could go in and see who unfollow. Yesterday I was sharing with Nancy, my girl here with me that, when she unfollow and I know when she follow. And basically a lot of you other, but I realized the unfollowers are those that are small YouTubers, which I don't understand because you're a small YouTuber, you need the support as well. You should know that I can see that you unfollow me. So if you unfollow me, I'm sorry, but one watch the other. They said, I support you, you support me. All right, let me get into what we are here for tonight because I don't want to be sitting here talking over 10 minutes. But I want to thank you all for those who have joined in, all 6 people. I'm going to ask you again to just share the live. I'm going to go on and I'm going to share it to my story. Actually, I got to tell you guys a joke. I got to tell you guys a serious joke, though. I actually welcome myself to the iPhone family. Yes, the iPhone family. And I'm telling you, I know it's new and I'm not going to feel like I used to it like I do with my Galaxy, my Android. I love this phone. I could close my eyes and I could find my apps. I could find anything in this phone. It's so easy. 1, 2, 3, I'm done. This, I know it's going to take me a little while because anything new, you got to try and figure it out. But I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if this is for me. It just seems so kind of difficult, but I had was to move up because, I sometimes want to vlog when I'm on the road. And so if I have, a stable phone, this is 5G, 128 something. I don't even know. I just know I have a lot of space. So for me, I need the space. This was running out of space. I bought space from Google that I pay for like $2.99 a month. And I still didn't have enough space. So I decided that, okay, let me take this phone and try to even edit movies on here and iMovie app. So hopefully, I'll be coming out more often with more videos. It might not be long. As I said, when I start to get paid, then I'll make long videos, like 20 minutes or so. Because, funny it is, the videos that I have, the clips that I had from Jamaica, that I told you that I'm doing in 1, 2, and 3 parts, and I know it's like milking it, but it was about 3 hours worth of clips. And as you guys know, editing, you have to take stuff out, you have to reduce it, you have to do all these different things. So just bear with me. I was just about to share just now, and I realized that no, I don't have contacts. Like these people don't have this number, so my own number I have to go into. It's kind of confusing a little bit, but just bear with me, guys. I'm just getting to certain technology, and I have to learn what I'm doing. All right. So my thing is I want to share this live. And I just want to double check that it is shared. All right. So once I'm in it, I can see that it's a little blurry, but I'm gonna share it over to my WhatsApp so those guys could just click on it and come on over. So that's what I'm asking you guys to do, is to share it in the meantime, click on it, and so others can click on it and come and watch as well. Right. I know Serena is in New York, Janika, you're in Jersey, Bree's in Jersey. Other people are watching. Remember again, guys, even if you don't want to type anything, even to say hi or hello, you could put where you're watching from. You could send me an emoji, just so I know that you're there. Okay, I know that people are there, so I could see you guys that you're there. The reason why I asked you to share it as well or put it on your story, there are people that may not have gotten my contact or see my flyer out that I'm having a live stream today at 6. So at least if they see that, they'll be able to go into it if they see yours, or you could send it to them. Like some people that I know who would love to know that I'm on live, some of my family members, they might not have seen the group chat that I send it. So Janica, if you just want to notify some people for me, you know them, who they are. I don't want to, this is what happened. I want them to come in and be with us. Today we're doing a giveaway. And so if I have their name, I don't want to have to announce again. I mean, it's up to them. Once I announce it, they have to go back and watch. But I know what it's like. When they come in at the end or late, they're gonna want to know, did I win anything? Why was my name called? Because you don't have to win something for your name to call. I just want you guys to know that I appreciate you guys for always supporting me. Even to just come on over in here and talk with me, that's an appreciation. Just to even watch the videos, that's an appreciation. All right. So I'm gonna ask you guys to just send the link to somebody that you know. All right. And then we're gonna go right into my agenda. Hopefully, I want to make sure that some people don't miss it. Okay, so I'm sharing it over onto my WhatsApp. Okay, Lily, I see that you're here. Thank you. Share it with your aunts because they always want you to share the link. Because clicking on the link is better. Share it with I know the last 2 tests that I was doing, Marie. She came on and I told her that it was, and we noticed that it wasn't working. She can help me through it. Thank you, Marie. She told me that it's my background phone that I'm opening that's making the noise, and it kind of makes a difference. So share it with her. Let her know that I'm on. If she was here, I know she would have commented. And because once I go into the topic, I'm not going to go back over another question, or another discussion that we have. And as you guys can see, I'm going to type the subject in here. Lily, do me a favor, type the topic that we're talking about tonight. Type it. Can you please go ahead and type it? Lily's very busy nowadays. She might want to she wanted us to join the live on Wednesday. But you guys know with college and stuff, these college students, they have a lot of work, a lot of papers to write, and it's exam time. So she don't really have the time right now. She would have come in and joined the live with me, but she's very busy with school and stuff. Okay, yeah, I know it's blurry, and we might help that. It doesn't have anything to do with our Wi-Fi. I was told that it have to do with the webcam because I'm on a webcam. That's why it looks like that. All right, so I understand that it's blurry. Yes, Serena told me that. Yeah, that need an assistance. Yes, Serena told me that you guys can hear me good, so we're good with that. All right, so it's commitment in a relationship. That's going to be the topic. Hey, man, how are you? Hope you're all right. The topic is commitment in a relationship. I really didn't want to do this by myself. I wanted to leave this topic, but I noticed that every topic that we come up with, that I would want to do with you. It's um I want to do with Pablo. It's all the topics I come up with. It's like I need company to do it, but I might have to just do it by myself and ask you guys to just interact with and help me. All right. So guys, share if you have not shared as yet. Please go ahead and share. I know I need an assistance, right, Serena? At least an assistant who can just share the live and send it out and get contact. But I believe that that's going to happen. It's going to be much easier. As I go along, I'm going to be learning new stuff and new things, and I'm open to learn. Once you're open to learn, you will be able to learn stuff. All right. But I'm going to. All right. Let's see if my status have this. All right. So it's on there. Okay, it says open the link. Okay, so it's there. Monkey see, monkey do, roll eyes. Okay, so all right. Yes. All right. So let's start. I'm gonna put this phone down. Help me. And I'm gonna take up my baby, the one that I'm used to. I'm sorry. I love my Samsung, guys. I love my Samsung. All right, so as you guys know, the topic, as Lisa have written it, let me see if I could let's see if I could pin this topic here. Okay, I'm gonna pin this. Okay, so it's gonna stay at the bottom and it will be pinned, and it is commitment in a relationship. So I guess one of the first thing that comes to mind with me when we talk about commitment in a relationship is, what does it mean to commit to somebody? Well, one of the first thing that I thought about when you're talking about commitment in a relationship is it's an agreement with two people, because you can't commit to nobody. Like, you can't do a commitment and there's nobody involved. So it's an agreement with two people, right? So two people have to come together and decide that I'm going to be in a committed relationship with you. So you can't be in a committed relationship and the other person is not in the committed relationship. It doesn't really work like that, right, guys? So my first question that I have, I'm going to throw out would be, what is commitment in a relationship? What do you think it is? All right. So as soon as you guys start to comment and tell me what you guys think it is, I'm going to be reading it out. And we'll discuss it as we go along. All right. So the question is, what is commitment in a relationship? So a lot of people are in relationships. You are in either a marriage or a friendship, or some form of engagement relationship. You're in a relationship with someone, okay, with someone, and the relationship is remember, again, guys, it's commitment we're talking about. It's not relationship. So we're talking about, we want to focus on mainly what we're talking about, which is commitment. All right. So Serena says it's a verbal contract between the two parties. Yes, that's what commitment is. It's a verbal, or it can be also a written contract as well. Because when I thought about when you're getting married and you write a prenup and you're going into a relationship, you're actually, it can be written. It's a commitment you're going into, a contract between you and somebody else. So it's a verbal or a written contract between two partners or two people. Partners, yes, because if you're going into a relationship, you need to consider that both of you guys are going to be partners. And that's why I really believe in 50-50. Some people say 100-100. Yes, it's 100-100 or 50-50. I don't believe in, I'm giving you 80% and you're giving me 20%. I don't believe in an 80-20 relationship. It should go both ways. It's 100-100 or it's a 50-50, right? So, yes, Serena, that is what it means to be, or that's the definition I should, right? When you go into an agreement with someone, when you agree to go into that commitment with the person. Okay. And then, of course, both of you guys are in a relationship. All right. So the next question that I have is, okay, Janika comment, she says, I put it in my story. Okay. So you put it on your story. Yes. Thank you very much, Janika. I place it also on my story on WhatsApp, so I'm hoping that others will see and they'll come over and we'll talk for a little bit, As I told you guys, I actually miss you guys. Once I sit down here, I miss you guys. I miss my L fam. I miss you guys. I miss you guys. And let me know about the 2 videos that I put out. How do you guys like it? Did you guys enjoy it so far? This is the time when you guys, because some of you guys don't comment under the video. You know what you guys do is you send me a text or you DM me or you call me and you're just cracking up. You either enjoy the video or you want more of the video. You want it to be longer. But these are the things that I'm telling you guys that I need you to comment. Once you watch the video, comment under the video. You know, find the comment section, and I'm going to encourage you guys to comment under the video. All right. So let's continue now talking about commitment. So this is another. Thank you, Lester, for sharing it on IG. Okay, so this is another part about commitment. The question is, what does a committed relationship consist of? So I kind of briefly throw some of them out. So what do you guys think a committed relationship consists of? Or let me ask it this way. What are the characteristics? She did it already. Okay, right. Okay, Jenny, thanks. So what are the I'm phrasing it differently so it's more easy for you guys. What are the characteristics of a committed relationship, or what does a committed relationship, what are the characteristics? Like, what does it consist of? That's the best way I could explain it. What are the characteristics of it, or what does it consist of? Okay, so Serena says, yes, comment, make your engagement time slot. Yes. Tell them, please, you have to commit. You have to comment, guys. You have to comment in the video. It doesn't matter even if you're laughing, even if you're putting emojis in there, it makes a difference. Some of the things that makes a difference in YouTube videos are, and I was watching, I think, Wally, my girl in Jamaica, and she was talking about the subscribe, the notification bell. She said what YouTube is doing now, because I don't know this and I'm just learning that today, is that if you don't check or click that notification bell, YouTube will not maybe honor you that you're subscribed, even though you hit subscribe and it doesn't hit the notification bell. So I'm going to ask you guys, please, when you go in, hit that notification bell for me. You could hit all, which means if I put a live stream up, if I put a video up, if I'm putting anything when I get monetized and stuff, and I'm putting things on my, what's that, community tab, then, you guys will see all of these that I put out there on YouTube. And I do want you guys to do that, because not all the time that I'm going to be able to reach out to everybody and say, look, do this, do that. I might just put a flyer up or put, a message on my story or something on Instagram. And, you guys might miss that. So please hit that notification bell. So there are things that I'm going to come to the comments. So you guys could keep commenting in the meantime based off what I asked regarding the characteristics of a committed relationship. All right, but I just want to throw this out to you guys to let you know that it's important. If you're going to support all YouTubers, if you're supporting YouTubers, remember to hit the notification bell. Remember to hit like if you like the video. If you don't like it, I'm not going to tell you to hit the like button. But I hate to see when nobody hit the down button. It's like they don't like it. It's better you just don't hit it at all. But I'm going to ask you guys to just hit the like button if you do like the video. Yes, when you subscribe, put your notification on. Comment in the comment section. It doesn't have to be a whole detail worth of stuff, just something simple. You watch it, you enjoy, just say I enjoy, or I like, or I love. And so I want to thank you guys, those who are doing it so far. I really want to big you guys up and say thank you. All right, so let's get back now to talking about what does it consist. What does a committed relationship consist of? What are the characteristics? So I'm going to read some of the comments. Serena says, mutual respect, honesty, trust, and a healthy relationship. All right. Lily says trust, loyalty, and unconditional love, and more. All right. Oh, welcome, Marianne. Marianne is watching all the way from Canada. Thank you, my friend, for coming in. She's the other sister. You know, I told you I have two sisters from another mother. Yeah, this is one of them. Marianne, thank you so much for coming in. Marianne comment is remaining open, faithful, loyal, and honest to your partner. Yes, definitely. Leah's emphasizing on mutual respect. Yes, because if you don't have respect for the person, you cannot have love for them. I always say that love and respect goes together. You respect somebody. If you love somebody, you're gonna respect them. If you're not showing respect to somebody, that's telling me that you don't have a lot of love for that person. You might say you love that person, but you don't really love that person. So definitely, Leicester, that's so true. Bree says communication. That's that's like one of the main key communication, because if you don't communicate in a relationship, your relationship will go haywire. Your relationship, I don't know where it's going, but if you don't communicate, communication is very important. It's really important. All right, guys. Okay, so remaining open, I agree. Okay, let's elaborate a little bit on what you're saying when you say remaining open. All right, so Serena says a person values and boundaries. Yes, that's a we talk about boundaries. That's a part where a lot of people don't respect each other's boundaries. You know, some of us women, we like to take up our husband or our man phone, guilty as charged, and we like to go through it. Sometimes we have to respect each other's boundaries. We like to go into their wallets. I don't do that. I can talk about that. That's something that I could prevent myself. I could help myself from not doing. I don't need to go into wallet. You know, so definitely respect each other boundaries, and personal values. Yeah, that is so important. You know what I value, and that's where mutual respect comes in. What I value, I need you to respect that. You know, of course, I'm not going to value something that's not good. You know, so I'm expecting you to respect my personal values. So if you guys want to say hello to whoever, like Leah is saying, Auntie Marianne, that's fine. But let's stay on the course. Here we have, I should have put on my glasses. Janika says, being submissive to each other. Being submissive. And that's a powerful one, because I think someone had mentioned that we could talk about how to submit as well to our partner, which of course the woman's side of it, because the Bible did say that a woman should submit to her husband. So definitely, and I know Janika is talking about the woman, because Janika know the word and she know the Bible, that it's us women who will need to be submissive. But that's going to be another topic, another week's topic that we're going to talk about when it comes on to be submissive to one another. Well, the woman should be submissive to the husband. Don't get it wrong, guys. It is not the guys that need to be submissive to us. Okay, we are going to definitely agree on that one. Okay, we're not going to go against what the Bible says. The Bible says the man should love his wife as how God loved the church. How did God love the church? God died on the cross for the church. And that's how I draw. That's my conclusion. And also it says that the woman should be submissive to the man, submit to the husband. All right. So yes, Janika, that's correct. We should be submissive. Welcome, Marie. Welcome. You didn't get a notification. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but I don't know if anybody else didn't get the notification. I'm sorry, but I'm glad you come on in. We're talking about commitment in a relationship. All right. Broman said to appreciation. Yes. So this what we're talking about is the characteristics right now that is consistent in a committed relationship. So the characteristics that consist in a relationship, and Broman said appreciation. Yes, we should appreciate each other. We should appreciate each other. And when you talk about appreciate, we're going to talk about not taking each other for granted. A lot of times we do that. And we take each other for granted, which is, we thought, oh, you're my husband. You're going to always be here. Or you're my boyfriend or girlfriend and you're my spouse and you have the right. You have to be here no matter what I do. No, the person doesn't have to. And the person, until you don't appreciate that the person is there in your life. So I understand where you're coming from, bro, man. We should appreciate each other and just not take each other for granted, right? Don't look on each other as if, yeah, I have to be here or I'm here. So what? Appreciate each other, definitely. Sacrifice. That's a big one. That's a big one, Bri. Sacrifice. A lot of time we don't want to sacrifice when we're in relationship. That's why I said this. And I will tell you as to this, as a young adult growing up. Don't take relationship on if you cannot commit to a relationship. You can't play relationship. Don't play around with it. It's not something to play around with. And it takes work. That big word that you use, sacrifice, not a lot of want to sacrifice in relationships. So it takes work. If you're not ready to go into a committed relationship, don't go into it. Don't agree to go into a committed relationship. Remember what we talked about in the beginning, that the first step of a committed relationship is that we are agreeing to go into the committed relationship. So if you know you can't handle it, you can make the sacrifices. Don't go into it, all right? And it goes both ways. It goes both ways, guys, all right? Serena, that was a mistake, my last comment. Okay, your last comment. Oh, you deleted it. I didn't see that last comment. I just saw that you deleted it. Okay, Lily says, it would be nice for in another life to talk about the roles of each spouse or each partner. Yes, we can do that. And that's why I asked you guys for the topics that we can discuss, because I want to get down to the level of where you're comfortable in discussing certain topics. I don't want to come up with a topic and they have nobody here to discuss it. I want everybody to interact. All right. Marian, let's see. I don't think a lot of people in relationship knows what it means to be committed. Right. It's work. It's a big deal. Put it that way. It's a big deal when you go into a committed relationship. And I don't think you should go into any relationships unless you really are committed to it. That's my thing. And I'm talking to young adults, I'm talking to, older people. But listen, guys, this was some of the things I talk about that I had listed of some of the characteristics which we talk about, which is love, trust, loyalty, honesty. I didn't hear anyone talk about honesty. When you're in a relationship, you need to be honest with your partner. You need to be honest with your loved ones, because once you start being dishonest, all when you're honest, the person is not going to believe anything that you say. So you need to be honest in your relationship. And I feel like you need to be open as well, because a lot of relationships, especially some husband and wife, they close off. And this is what they say: I'm private. How can you be private when you both come together and agree to be in a committed relationship with each other? You can't be talking about private. I don't think you should have anything about being private. Being private, if you don't want to be out there and other people seeing stuff going on with you, that's different. But when you doing your thing or doing whatever you're doing, both man and woman, it goes far, and you're talking about being private from the person. There shouldn't be anything kept private from your spouse, or the person you're in a committed relationship. If you have a business going on and you have, say, a partner, and you're going to 50-50 with a partner, and one person is the accountant, another person is in like the retail part of it. So the person who's in the retail part of it doesn't know what the accountant is doing. So it's for the accountant to update that person and tell them, okay, this is the amount of money that we get. $100 is our profit this month. You're gonna get 50, and I'm gonna get $50. Don't be in any relationship, as I talk about our partnership, with someone where you are telling the person, you make $100. You're telling the person you make $80 because you want to collect 60 and give the other person 40. Same thing with a relationship, So remember again, guys, you have to remain open, okay, to each other. You don't have to remain open to family members when you're in a relationship. You don't have to remain open to anybody else, friends or anything, but the person you share your life with or plan to spend the rest of your life with, you need to be in an open relationship with them. All right. Let's continue. I'm reading the comments. We say yes, relationship take work. Doesn't matter if it's with a partner or if it's just a friendship. Exactly, it takes work. Lily say, what about compromising? Yes, you have to compromise. There's times when I think people would say you give up your right for peace sake. Sometimes nothing is wrong with that. especially if you're not going to be hurt. You know, you have to compromise. A relationship takes compromising, definitely. Broman says consistency. You coming up with some big words. It's as if you're a married man or something. I hope you're not just saying these things, that you will be doing them. I'm going to be serious, because I remember that was an issue. I'm going to say, in one of my past relationships, the person would say to me, "You're not consistent. You're not consistent," which means you just change, mommy. So, you know, you need to be consistent. If you say, "Oh, do this, just do this." So I agree with that 100%. Be consistent. All right, Riri, I think you should do a Zoom call continuing this topic so everyone can interact verbally and explain their opinions more. Yes, I would love to do that. I definitely would love to do that, because this is a very big topic that a lot of places don't just, lot of, I would say, even school or church or places that should be discussing it might not discuss it. So yes, I don't mind doing that. I could definitely do a Zoom, but guys have to keep on top of me and remind me to do this. All right. But yes, we could do a Zoom call and do that. All right. Okay. Serena says she agrees. So those guys that are agreeing to do this, I'm gonna remind you guys, Bree, Serena, I'm definitely gonna link you guys up. We'll do a Zoom topic. It'll be more like we'll be in it. Whoever else is interested, I'll send a Zoom out, and we can definitely do that. All right, men and women enter relationship and expect to be treated like a relationship. Friendship don't have to be committed as much as relationships. Yes, what I was saying earlier on. When it come on to relationships, it's not about your friends. It's not about your family. It's about both of you guys. You guys are the ones that's gonna share your life together. You guys are the ones spending most of the times together. So that's the person that you need to be committed to. Definitely. Thank you, Marianne. Marie said, be patient, because everyone deals with things differently, especially us females. Yes. Lots of men, Marianne said, lots of men, when they don't want to commit, tell you they just want to be your friend. They just want you to be their friend. Yes. And that's why I'm going to say this. I totally asked her if she should get into a relationship, make sure she knows the kind of relationship she's getting into. You know, is it a committed relationship? Because with male, I'm going to say male, they will maybe play you. So they're thinking you're in a committed relationship with somebody, but on the other hand, they're not in a committed relationship with you. Ask the question out downright. Are we in a committed relationship? Because a lot of times you're in a committed relationship and they're not in a committed relationship. And then when you find out that something is wrong, you say, so what happened? And they're like, but we're just friends. You know, we're not in a committed relationship. So why were you expecting this, or why were you expecting that? So ask the question out, straight out, ladies. If you're not married, you're not engaged, or you're not living with somebody, make sure if you're dating somebody that they know if you are in a committed relationship with them, or you're not in a committed relationship. Okay. Lee says, I agree, Marianne, different standards in relationship than in a friendship. Yes, that's what, somebody had mentioned at the top, that I think Bree had mentioned that in a partnership or a friendship, it's different, if I'm not mistaken. Or Marianne. Yeah, Marianne mentioned that there is a difference. Okay. Marianne says, keep your head screwed on, Lily. Don't let them fool you. Oh my God. I always tell her that. Trust me, I always tell her that. But she knows. She's a smart little head one, dear. She's very smart. All right. So my next question is, so we're going to move on from being the question that I asked about being in a committed. What's the characteristics? The next question would be, what are some types of committed relationships? And as we go along, we were talking about that. Let me read this comment before you guys will keep answering. But Bree says, I feel as though being friendship with person first is better instead of rushing into a committed relationship with them. Well, most of the time, the man don't even feel the same way you do, which goes right. I agree with that 100%. And the best partner, the best person to make have a good partnership with, a relationship with, is a best friend. Because I believe that if you're going into a friendship, more than a friendship, right, where you're dating somebody, you're gonna marry to them one day, engage to them, marry to them, have kids with them, live with them for all these years, because you don't plan to divorce or mess up or anything, you want to live with this person, then that person should be your best friend. That person should be a person that you should not be afraid to talk to about anything. So building a friendship with that person, it's good to do that too. But on the other hand, Brie, you have to remember, you have to lay things out when you're in relationships, because when you're in committed relationships with somebody, you don't want that person to play either, to let you feel like, I could just get up and leave and gone, and is you okay? And that's where a lot of girls or young girls or even women get hurt, because we're thinking we're in a relationship when we're not really in a relationship, and we're like, wait a minute, I thought I was in a committed relationship with you, but apparently we're not, because you out there dating somebody else. That's not a committed relationship. If you guys want to date other people, that's not a committed relationship. I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to underline it. If you guys are dating different people, you are not in a committed relationship. Okay? So the question is, what are some types of committed relationships? What are they included? Back to relationships, communication, right? Serena, so the different types of relationship, I'm going to start with Serena. She says engagement and marriage. Yes. Engagement is like a different kind of relationship than marriage is a different type of relationship. So you could be in an engagement relationship, you could be in a marriage relationship, you could be in a courtship relationship, as Marianne says. It is important before committing. It is definitely important before committing. I agree with that. It will make, when you marry somebody, living with them, make life a little bit easier. Not everybody agree with that you should do courtship, but courtship is very important, which nowadays they call it dating. But you don't date a whole heap of people or go around date him, or date she. All right, guys. So we talk about the different types of relationship. We still see some more coming in. Let me see what Serena says. Yeah, like you say, it starts sweet communication, because like my husband, we were best friends before we got married. Yes, it's good to be best friends before you get married. You'll be surprised how good that is. You can go to the person, you can share just about anything. Make sure both partners is on the same page. Yes, that's why we use the word commitment, because you both should be in agreement and you both are on the same page. Because I'm saying committed relationship here, and then you're saying friendship here. That's not both of you guys on the same page. You need to be on the same page with the other. All right. Yeah, dating is observing your actions, so that's not a committed relationship. Yeah. No, we didn't say dating is a committed relationship. Dating is not a committed relationship. We agree with that. One of the two things so far that I saw about the different types of committed relationship is the engagement and the marriage. Those two are definitely two types of committed relationships. All right. Okay. So you guys keep reading the comments. There are people agreeing with you, like Bri says she agree with you. You have to have communication. That's the key. Yes, definitely. So some of the things that I have written down here for the different types of committed relationships would include close friendships. We talked about that earlier on in the top part. Close friendships, long-term relationships, not just a relationship or a dating relationship, but long-term relationships. All right, engagements, marriages, and another thing, which is because in America here, I know maybe not in Jamaica or in Canada or other parts of the world, but in America, working in the field that I work in, I noticed that civil unions are very serious relationships. They're committed relationships. I have processed some papers and I see some civil union people that are entitled to insurance. They've been living together. They have not get engaged. They have not got married, but they are entitled to benefits that if you're married that you could have. So I consider civil union also one of the committed relationships that you can also be in. All right, so let's continue. We have to do the giveaway. And I want you guys all to be here for the giveaway. So nobody go anywhere. All right. Marie says civil unions are big in the Caribbean too. Okay. Yes. You know what? In Jamaica, because a lot of people are living together for all these years and not realizing that they're in a civil union relationship, civil union committed relationship. And they've been living together for years. They have 4, 5, 6 children and they never got married. And they're living together and they're fine. You know, yeah, definitely. All right. So I wanted was to throw out a question, but I think I'm not gonna throw that out. I don't want it to get involved in the question that we're doing. Well, I was gonna ask the question, what does the Bible say about committed relations? But I'm not gonna throw that one out. Don't answer that one. If anything, we'll come back to that. All right. All right. So I want to discuss this part though about, how should I put it? 5 ways you can communicate, because I noticed communication come up out here as well. 5 ways that you can communicate your commitment to your spouse or your long-term partner. Or show. 5 ways you can show. Let's put it that way. Yeah. 5 ways you can show that you are committed to your spouse. Let's just leave it simple as that. Yeah. 5 ways that you can show that you are committed to your spouse. All right. So okay, Marianne in Canada says the same thing there. That there are definitely civil union relationships there. All right. So guys, how do you show commitment in a relationship? I think we talk about that, right? But there are 5 ways that you can show, like actually show your spouse that you are involved in a committed relationship with them. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? For example, so it's not just words anymore, it's action. So what are some of the action ways that you can show somebody? You're not just gonna say, okay, so what we talk about is by showing being loyal, being trustworthy, love. So my thing is I want to just open it a little bit more wider in asking, how can you show love to somebody? Like just simple, get up in the morning. How can you show love to your partner? You know, how can you how can you involve your partner? You guys understand what I'm trying to say, right? By showing appreciation. So Serena, how can you show appreciation to your husband? So he knows that, okay, I'm in this relationship. She's committed to me. You know, we are in this long-term relationship and I could feel it. It's not just she's saying it that she appreciate me. How can I know that she, you know, what does she do to show me that she appreciates me? So that's how, maybe I'm doing it too wide. But what I'm looking for is, for example, get up in the morning, how can you tell your spouse, or what can you do to your spouse to let them know that you love them? What are some of the things that you can do to let your spouse know that, listen, I trust you? You know, what are some of the things that you can do to say, okay, your spouse can notice that you're honest to them? You know, like what is it? Because I need you guys to tell me, if you're in a committed relationship right now, what is one of the things that you do when you get up in the morning to tell your spouse that, you know, we're in a committed relationship? So I'm expecting the married couples to talk to me. Tell me, what do you guys do? All right. So Serena says show appreciation, but how do you show the appreciation? Janika said, what if partner isn't a talkative person? All right. So this is where your partner would come into play. Your partner is not a person who's going to get up and say, maybe in the morning, I love you. You know, that's one way. I'm just giving you guys little nuggets. That's one way. The partner might get up and not say, I love you, but the partner will show it to you. For example, he's not talkative, as you say, Janika, but he'll get up and he'll make you a cup of coffee and bring it to you in bed. He knows you love your coffee and he knows you love it with a lot of cream. And so that's one way in which he's showing you that, okay, babe, I love you. Maybe he didn't say I love you, but he's showing you that way. So what are the ways in which you can, okay, Janika is saying open relationship. Okay, that may be a different topic you're talking about, Janika, a different question. But what I'm asking for is some of the actions that you can show to your partner that you're in a committed relationship. So I gave you guys one. So instead of just saying, I love you, that's one way. Definitely somebody could just get up and say to you in the morning, I love you. So instead of just saying that I love you, how can you show that person that you love them? How can you show loyalty to somebody? How can you involve your partner in, how can you involve them in that committed relationship so they can feel comfortable? You guys understand what I'm saying? So, all right. So let me read some of the comment that came in. It says doing unexpected stuff they wouldn't expect you to do. Exactly. So give me an example of that one. What are some of the things that you wouldn't expect, like your partner wouldn't expect you to do? What you doing? Like, for example, get up and make the cup of coffee and bring them in bed. So you're leaving out early for work, but you want to show your spouse that, okay, I love you, I appreciate you, and I care about you. Instead of you getting up and make yourself a cup of coffee, let me make it for you. That's a way of showing. And that's doing something unexpectedly. When birthday comes around, they're expecting a birthday gift. So that's not unexpected, But in between, before the birthday or the anniversary, you buy them a little gift, right? As I'm talking, my mouth getting dry. All right, so let me read. Serena says, that's our issue. Like he always say that I don't appreciate him, but I do and I see it. So I don't understand how I don't appreciate him or how he feels. I don't respect him. So I throw it out there. All right. So if your partner is saying to you that you don't appreciate me, sometimes with us women, because we know what we are given, we like, oh my God, everything that I'm doing, you telling me that I don't appreciate you. But I think what we need to do, which is what Bree was talking about, is communication. It will make life much easier. I think that if we take the time out to say, okay, let's talk about this. Why do you think I don't appreciate you? What do you think I'm not doing? And listen, because remember, there were this guy that advised me, and he said to me, you're going into a relationship. You will know everything that you need to know only if you give a listening ear more than you talk. And I know that it works for me because if I listen more and don't and talk less, I'm hearing everything. I'm hearing everything he's saying. And so for me, what I do is if I'm told or asked, so why if I'm told that I'm not being appreciative in the relationship, this is where I'll go with it. Okay, so tell me what I'm not doing, or tell me what I need to do to make you feel appreciative. Am I not iron your shirt? Because let me tell you something. I was dating. I do some ironing. That when I got married, I hate ironing. So of course my spouse would say to me, you don't appreciate me no more. You don't even go out and buy me a little clothes like you used to buy me. You know, iron my clothes no more. If you even iron, you put a double seam in it because I started to get where I didn't like ironing. And so I realized that he's looking at me that I'm not that I don't appreciate him being there or appreciate anything that he does. Because you could look at it the other way too. When they say you don't appreciate me, that means you're not acknowledging some of the good thing that they're doing. So we have to take time out to say sometimes, thank you. You know what? I noticed that you did this one. I appreciate you. Thank you. You know? Hold on one second. I gotta get this. I'm on the live. Can't talk now. Okay. Sorry guys, I had to forget. So yeah, appreciating Serena. Maybe just ask him, what do you want me to do to show that I appreciate? I do appreciate you. Even saying it, sometimes they don't even listen. Action. So a lot of times it's action. All right. So again, Serena says, I wanted someone to elaborate on what I wrote because I don't understand why you always say that, you always say, I don't appreciate him. So yeah, that's what I think, that he's saying, that you don't appreciate him by little things that he might do, that you don't take the time out to say, you know what, I thank you, or I appreciate what you do for me. So I think that's one of the things that he may be referring to. It could be wider or bigger. So what you need to do is maybe ask him, what can I do, or what do I need to do to show that I appreciate you? All right. Let's see. Again, he gets, okay, let me read some of the comments. He gets up first and makes breakfast and waits for me to wake up. Yes. Yes, definitely. That is a way of showing how much he that's a way of showing commitment to you. Is that by him getting up and making breakfast, wait for you to wake up, and then you guys could eat together. Okay, so Marie says Serena won. Okay, so Marie's gonna continue maybe writing. All right. Marie says, yes, listen to each other. Don't jump down each other's throat. Okay. I don't get it. Don't jump down to each other's throat. Let's see. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So you got interrupted. All right, I'm gonna continue and see where I am. Okay, so let's just continue right here. I'm reading the comments, making sure I don't miss anybody's comments, because all comments are important. All right, that's what we said we're going to do here, communicate with each other. And I'm so grateful that you guys came on and talking to me. Yes, listening to each other. Don't jump down each other's throats. Definitely. Thank you, Brie. Serena, we had that conversation. He say, I don't say that I appreciate him, but I feel that because I show him that I appreciate him, I shouldn't have to say it. Well, you know what, Serena, I'm gonna tell you this. Sometimes if it's not gonna hurt you, just say it. Especially since he's telling you directly what he wants. So sometimes even so you show it to him, but he wants to hear it. On the other hand, sometimes a lot of times we tell them or we say it, but we don't show it. So in your case, you are doing it, but he wants you to let him know that you appreciate him. So saying it is not going to hurt you, right? So I'll just say it. I'll just say it. All right, Janika, Lisa, how do you deal with a partner who don't communicate? Girl, you got big trouble in your hand right here. You have to communicate. In a relationship, you have to communicate. As I always say, disclosure, I'm not an expert, but I will give you my personal opinion or my previous experiences, because I could talk from previous experience. That if you have a partner and he doesn't communicate, you might have a man that's very quiet and he's not talkative, because all men are not going to be just talking. A lot of men do instead of talk. But you have to communicate. So therefore, you have to take time out to say, okay, this time is when we are going to sit and we're going to talk about things. And Jenica, I know you're a teacher, so you love books and pen and you can write things down. You write down some of the things that will bother you. Okay, I don't like the idea that you don't do this, or I don't like the idea that you do this. So what can we do to make it different? Because I feel like if we change certain things, we can have a more healthy and productive relationship. Right there, you're communicating. And so you guys take time away. And if you have children, and Jenny, you don't do this when you're around kids or around anybody. That's your time. What I used to do, my favorite place to go and communicate was never in my house. Yes, you can communicate in your house, but I'm telling you, if it's heated and it's something that you have to talk about, for me personally, take it to the park. Of course, now when it's cold, you could go to the park too in the car, just go somewhere where nobody's around, nothing distracting you too much, or especially if it's warm. Go to the park, have a little picnic, and you guys sit down and look in each other's face, eye to eye, and talk about things that either bothers you or things that you just enjoy about each other. Don't be afraid to tell your partner that, listen, I love the way you do this, or I love the way you do that. Men like to hear women say these things out of their mouth, saying, I love when you scratch my back before I go to bed at night. Like, Yeah, they're doing something. This is how they know that you appreciate something that they're doing, that they may not even realize that they were doing it, but you appreciate it. Right, Serena? So yeah, you let your husband know, listen, I like the way you rub my toes or my legs or my foot before I go to sleep. You know, tell them, tell them. All right. So let's see. Marie says, Serena, your appreciation may not be his appreciation. Communicate what they look like and trust you will know. Don't do what you will expect him to do for you, but what you know he deserves. Yes. I think Serena's biggest thing too is that she's doing, but she's not saying. And on the other hand, he needs you to say it. So say it. All right. Paul, welcome. You're late to the live, but you're here anyway. There's some interesting stuff that we talk about, and we're on the topic commitment in a relationship. So you're gonna have to watch the live from the beginning, all those that come in late. All right. Janika said making his lunch for work in the morning. There you go. That's one of the way in which you're showing your spouse that you're in a committed relationship with him. Yeah, you get and you make his lunch. He will appreciate that. You know, so yeah, definitely Janika, that's a definite one. Communication is a must, definitely, Paul. You know, we always talk about that we have to communicate no matter what. We could be mad at each other, we're still gonna tell each other why we're mad. We should. All right, Marie, Janika experience. Some men just don't know how to seriously. Some of them build wall because hurt experience, but try to start from beginning to start out. Yes, if, and some men are really just not talkative. They didn't even get hurt in the past, but they're just not talkative. So now you have to pull it out of them. You have to pull out conversation out of them sometime. You go to bed and you want to sit up or lay down and talk about things before you go sleep. You have to make sure you said, okay, we're going to set a time. It don't have to be every night. It can be a certain time when you say, well, let's be committed to this, that we are going to communicate before we go to bed. All right. Not passing any. I just don't want to pass any comment because all comments seem so interested and so good. Janica number 3. Agree with some, just quiet. So take time out for each other and talk about anything. Right. And I like that keyword, anything. Because if you are in a committed relationship and you have some things that you can talk about with that person, something is wrong. Yes, if you can talk about just about anything and everything, something is wrong. And so that's where communication comes in. Bree says she agree with Empress Marie. Janika, I agree, Bree and Marie. Okay, good. So we're getting something out of this. I'm glad that we're able to come together, you know, with each other and reason out things and you know, come up with topics that we can talk about that can be productive now and you know for the future. Paul says men communicate different than how a woman does. Yes, that's what Marie was saying. Men do communicate differently. Serena, oh, I can't do that. He says I talk too loud. But I can't help it because of my background. He always feels like I'm screaming. So the public is a no for me. If you live with people, you can't do it either because it's better for you to go in the park. That's why I say in the park where nobody's at, or in the car. It's just both of you guys, you know. But if you're doing it in the house, if you live with somebody, he might not want you to do that unless you live alone. But you can tone it down because as women, we can adjust to things. Trust me. If we realize that, okay, raising my voice because I talk loud too. I'm a very like aggressive talker. I'm not fighting with you, but I just need my words to get through to you. So I'll talk very firmly, and so it sounds like I'm shouting, but it's not that I'm shouting. It's not I'm talking over you either. It's just that I want my words to get through to you. You know. Okay, so let's see. YouTube is asking me to show or to hide. I want to show the comments. I'm not gonna hide any of these comments. Okay. Serena. Okay, Janika says some men, Pablo, not all men. Yeah, some men. That's true. And communicate different than how a woman does. Right, some men do. That's why we need some men input so you all men can talk up. Right. And so I'm glad that you're here, Pablo. But don't talk for the general men. Talk for yourself or from your experience or your point of view. Because all men are different. You may communicate, but on the other hand, another man don't communicate at all. All right. So let's go. Serena, Marianne says, Serena, you have to change that. Tone down. Keep calm. I know that's not easy. That's what I was saying. For me, it's not easy, but I try to because I sounded like I'm shouting at you, or like I'm shouting when I'm really just trying to get my point across. So definitely, yeah, tone it down a little bit because we're women, and we're the weaker vessel, and we're expected to be gentle, and we're expected to be humble. Not that a man is not is can have those characteristics too, but a woman is more on the gentle side, and so we have to show that because we're so nurturing as mothers. So it's naturally we have it naturally inside of us. So it's not something we're gonna find hard to work on. So if we're like aggressive, we can bring it down a notch just for the peace. Give up your right for peace sake. Remember what I said in the beginning? All right. So let's see. Paul says nothing should be off limits in a committed relationship. Right. There's nothing off limits when you're in a committed relationship that you can't talk about. Right? Serena, try couples counseling because on inside you both are unable to see each other. Seems like you have tried everything. However, that's opinion, which we seldom can't see past that. Okay. Or sometimes people just get intimidated when you tell them to try couples counseling or go to counselor. Most men don't like go to counselor. I'm telling you that, unless it reach to a place where it's serious and they say, okay, let's do some counseling. But like another person who is not biased, who is not going to take his side or your side, you guys can sit down and talk with them, or reason and said, okay, this is where we lack. But first, I suggest that you both try to do it yourself. If both of you and it doesn't work for with both of you guys, after you tone down that voice a little bit and see if it makes a difference, and even tell him, say, okay, I know you say I talk too loud. I'm gonna try not to talk so loud or come off as if I'm so aggressive. I'm gonna bring it down a notch and see where it goes from there. Maybe he'll understand where you're coming from. All right. Janika says, me too, Serena. Yes, sometimes the voice can be too high and you ladies need to bring it down a little bit. All right, the aggression irritates them more. This is part of being submissive. Right, there you go, Marianne. Hit the nail on the head. Yes, that's a part of us being submissive, which the Bible talk about, that we have to submit to our man or submit to our husbands. Because to them is like we're not exercising submission right there if our voice is so loud and like we're talking over them when they're trying to make a point that we're not listening. They're not going to be listening to nothing that we're bringing forth anyway. So if we just zip it, as I told you about what the guy advised me as, he said, talk less, listen more, and you will learn everything about that man. And it's true because I see that from experience. All right. Serena, take can't out your Serena. Oh, so take can't out of your vocabulary. You will do whatever it takes on your end to make a relationship to work. Yes, we have to go God's way. It's true. Sometimes it's hard, but we have to do it. In communicating in the relationship, none should be above the other. Right. That's what we talk about. You shouldn't be above me. I shouldn't be above you. Because once one person become louder, the other person is not hearing at the end. Right, Paul? The thing is, I take in loud that I don't. Yes, you're loud and you don't realize it. So try to do an inside voice. That's what I tell the kids when we go out when they're screaming. I'm like, inside voice. It's like somebody else is listening, so you have to pretend somebody else is listening. But it tells you exactly what the problem is, and that's good because some men don't tell you what the problem is, right? Okay, so let's continue. So we talk about the different. Okay, so we talk about the characteristics. We talk about the different type of relationships. We talk about what we need to do, or how do we show commitment to our spouse, physical ways, express respect and appreciation, convey honesty and trust, work as a team, compromise, disagree agreeably. You know what that means? When you disagree, you still can agree on things. It doesn't mean because I disagree with something that you say, then We are not in agreement on certain things, right? That's what that means. Okay, so the next question that I have is this. Why commitment is important in a relationship? Why is it important in a relationship? So I written this down. It says the main goal, because we're kind of over 1 hour now, and I want to do the giveaway. I want to announce everybody. I don't want to weary anybody's time. This is good stuff that we're here talking about now. Its main goal of commitment in a relationship is for each party to feel some sense of security and control. When you're in a contract, you feel comfortable having certain expectations about how your partner should behave. This helps you predict what types of situation might come up and act accordingly. So basically, when you're in, remember we talked about in the beginning that being in a committed relationship is a verbal or, it's a verbal contract or verbal or written contract. So if you're going to be in a contract with someone, you feel more comfortable. Say, for example, you're in a business with somebody and the profit comes in, you're going to get 50%, I'm going to get my 50%. The same thing in a relationship, a committed relationship. When you are in a committed relationship, you feel more relaxed and at ease. You don't have to worry that the person is going to walk out on you or one day you're going to get up and just leave because you guys are not in a committed relationship. But when you're in a committed relationship, you feel more relaxed. When you're engaged, when you're married, when you're in a civil union or whatever that committed relationship is, which is an agreement between both of you guys, you are comfortable. And that's why it's not good to be in a relationship if it's not committed. I'm sorry. Definitely you go through courtship, you go through engagements, you go through marriage. These things are, to me, committed relationship. You got to speak and tell the person, or ask the person, are we in a committed relationship? Definitely if you're married or you're engaged, you're in a committed relationship. But if you're dating, you have to lay this out and ask the person, are we in a committed relationship, right? Okay, so how do you know if he's committed? I think we could discuss this one. How do you know that you are in a committed relationship? Other than the person says, we are in a committed relationship. How can you tell? Other than being married or being engaged or living with a person, being in a civil union, going through courtship, how do you know that you are in a committed relationship? Other than you both saying we're in a committed relationship, what are some of the things that a man can do to show that he's ready to be committed? Yes, I'm going to put it on the man because most of the time it's the man that is finding it hard to go into a committed relationship, right? Am I lying? Most of the times men find it hard to go into a committed relationship. That's why you see men take so long to engage a woman sometimes, because they find it hard to go into a committed relationship. Let me read some of the comments, and then we'll come back definitely to this because I think we need to discuss this. I don't have a lot. I think we need to discuss this. The biggest signs a man is ready to commit. Yes, that's what it really is. So how do we know that he's ready or he's in a that he's in a committed relationship with you? Other than if he's married to you, of course, you guys know that he's in a committed relationship. All right, let me see. Where did I leave off? We were talking about, okay, so Marianne suggests that we're going to use inside voice. Woman, we need to use inside voice. Marie said, agree to disagree, right, in love. That's what we were talking about when we say we disagree to agree. All right, Paul, should be submission means that a man is lord over the woman? No, we know definitely not. A woman is submissive to a man doesn't mean that you're going to be lord over me. I could tell you that from now. No, that's not what that means. All right, because I'm going to be submissive to you because the word said I need to do that for peace sake. But that doesn't mean you're going to be lord over me. All right, his behavior pattern. Okay, so Marianne, you're answering the question that I asked. How do you know if he's committed? Because of his behavior. Yes, that is so true. Let's see, another comment. Actions, Serena says, actions, the way they move, you can know if they're hiding stuff. Yes, so If they move, yes, because everybody know your partner. You know if they're lying. You know if they're sneaking. Most of the time, you should, right? We should know these things. If they're lying, they're sneaking, or they're hiding stuff. It's more likely our inside tell us. And sometimes that's why we women, I'm not saying that we should do that, but we go in the phone or we sneak in the wallet, as I was talking about before, which we're not supposed to do, because once you have trust in a relationship, you should not be sneaking around to find out if your spouse is lying to you. And that's why I don't believe in lying lips, because when they tell truth, we might not believe them. All right, guys. So yeah, actions. Um, Okay, so actions, right? The way that they do stuff. Marie says, you know, you're in a committed relationship when there is no doubts, there's no questions, there's no actions, questions or actions and do. Right, that's true. For me, this is some of the things that I know if I'm in a committed relationship, right? Are the signs that a man will show to me that he's in a committed relationship. I hope Lester is listening to this, because you need to know this, grow up as a young adult, that if a man is showing these things to you, is that he wants to be in a committed relationship with you, or you are in a committed relationship. Okay, some of the things are he wants to be around you, because if you have somebody in your life sharing and be in a relationship and he doesn't want to be around you, something is wrong. If he's not comfortable, when you're in a relationship and when you come from work and you walk in the house and he walks out, no, something is wrong. That committed relationship, something is not right. Okay, so you have to look for some of these things. And these are where communication starts. When you walk in, he walk out, you know something is a problem. He doesn't want to be around you. Yeah. He doesn't disappear. Yeah, he doesn't get up and just disappear, right? He wants to be around you. That's how you know that you're in a committed relationship. You can be your true unguarded selves. Right. This is how you know that, you know, a man is in a committed relationship with you. Is if you're gonna guard yourself, like something you live with a man and you feel walk on eggshell. You feel like I don't feel comfortable home. I want to go home, but I don't want to because he's there or she's there. She's gonna knock me. Problem. All right. Another one is he's reliable. He's reliable. How many a times you would have a husband or a spouse and you call them and says, "Can you pick this up for me? You're coming in," or he can call you and say, "Can you pick this up for me? You're coming." The person can rely on you. The person can depend on you. The person, you're gonna be there for that person, right? I see a lot of comments. I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna read these comments because these are important to me that even what I'm throwing out here. But I'm just throwing out some nuggets so we can discuss some of the things. Okay, so he makes future plans with you, right? He brings you into his world. There's some men who, when they're hanging with their friends or they're going to visit their family, their own family too, sometimes they don't want to bring you. Something is wrong. You need to look on those things. So don't go into any committed relationship if you don't see these things happening. All right. He really cares about what you have to say. So as soon as you open your mouth with that tone, right, Serena, that slow tone, and you start to talk, and he doesn't want to listen to you, something is wrong. He's not interested in listening to what you saying. He doesn't care about that. All right. I see you guys are laughing, and I'm gonna come inside that comment and see why you guys are laughing right there. All right. So he shares his passion with you. So these are some of the things that you guys need to look out for when you're going into a committed relationship, right? I'm gonna come back to another question, but let me go back up and start read some of the comments. All right. So some men don't commit because of the actions of some females. Okay, so let me. I think I missed Bree coming. Bree. I think I missed couple. Oh, so Serena is asking, why can't a man be submissive to a woman? I'm gonna let you guys answer that. Maybe somebody already answered that. Okay, I think Paul, I'll answer it in the bottom, but remember we were talking about, and I 100% agree with this, that a man really should not submit to a woman. And I may get heated for this because a lot of women may think that a man should, but I'm going from the biblical way where it says a woman is one who should submit to a man. There are a lot of women out there who want to be man and you want to rule your husband. Stop it. No, don't do it. Please don't do it. It doesn't look good on you anyway. And it doesn't even look good on your husband. Your husband allow you to do that. It doesn't look good on either one of you guys. So stop it. You want people to respect your relationship, respect both of you guys. Please don't do that. Don't try to rule your husband. Don't try to make your husband be submissive to you. It doesn't go like that. And that's just a turn off for me. I'm sorry if you guys don't, if you guys think otherwise, it's a turn off for me. So let's go back up. I missed a lot of comment. Wow. Okay. His behavior pattern, Marie, yeah, Marian was saying. Let's see. I think I went back up too far. Okay, okay, Marie, I don't understand your comment. The one that you says that goes for male and female. So I don't know how you lopsided can't attach one side. I don't know how you. I'm not sure what you're talking about right here. So Bree says, I think men work with actions and women work with wanting to communicate more. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because we love to talk. I think women on a whole love to talk, while men love to see actions. All right. Some men don't commit because of the actions of some females. Yeah, that was the one I was at, Marie. When you says because of some of the actions of some females. That's explanatory. A man is never created to submissive to a woman. I agree with him 100%. A lot of you guys might not agree. All right, Lisa says she's still there listening. Please do, because it's a lot of wisdom sharing right now. When he is crazy about you in a sincere way. Okay, so Marianne, you're talking about the signs that a man is ready to commit. Yes, when he is crazy, and crazy doesn't mean he's stupid. Crazy mean like he is sincerely like loving you, respecting you. You know, he just can't get enough of you. Definitely. I agree with that 100%. It's true. If he wants to see or be around you 24/7, shows you in a committed relationship, right? Nothing is wrong with that. If the person wants to always be with you. What I notice with a lot of teenagers nowadays are the 21st century relationships. They're on the phone most of the time. I don't know if it's the trust issue they don't know about, and they're always either watching their boyfriend or their girlfriend, but they're always on the phone, either talking, texting, FaceTiming, or whatever the case is. Like I'm not used to that, but that's what I notice nowadays with a lot of teenagers, not just the teenager that I have inside here, but like teenagers. You know, I have nieces too, and that's how I know this with them. Is that they constantly just want to be on the phone with that person. So I don't know. Maybe it's a new thing. So when he's crazy about you, right? Okay, talk about that. When he gives you no type of space, like being very clingy. Well, it's not like a lot of girls don't like when guys are too clingy either, and vice versa. I don't think you have to be so clingy. You need to give each other space at times. All right. Serena, the only place a man submissive to a woman is in the bedroom. Seriously, biblical. The only place a man submissive to a woman is in the bedroom. Yes, I understand where you're coming from with that, but definitely a woman should not be so submissive. Should not expect a man to be submissive to them, unless you're in the bedroom. Yes, being able to be yourself and then being reliable. Okay. Uh, yeah. Okay, but what if you be yourself, it offends your partner? Okay, that's kind of wide and deep. I think I slide up too fast. Wait, let's go back down. Okay, so Marie said biblically. All right, so what Paul is saying is if you be yourself, so that partner doesn't really like you for who you are then, for being yourself. So something is wrong because that person is not gonna like you or get offended by you because of who you are. Something is definitely wrong. So that's where communication comes in and you talk about that. Whatever is bothering you, if you think your partner don't like it and that's just you, then you guys got to talk about that. Okay, biblically, that don't work, Serena. So society trying to change that humanly, it's out of order. And the truth, we too much pressure on the word submissive. But when the man do what they're supposed to, it comes easily. Is that what you're saying, Marie? So what Marie basically is saying, what I think she's saying, is that don't worry about the word submissive too much. Don't worry about it too much. Because we pay too much. It's like we put too much on that one word. You know, we feel like it's burdened down. It just like coming like it's something that we can't do. It's something that we can do. You know, and definitely if a man love you, as the Bible says, I don't have no problem being submissive to him. Definitely. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, we are the ones to be submissive. Yes, Marianne, we are the one who's to be submissive. Okay, so now let's talk about Lily said this is another live I'll definitely have to watch again. All right, so Janika says by your actions. By your actions, yes. All right, let me go into the other part of questions. The question, I think I only have one more part of the question and then well, two questions, but we're gonna make it brief and then we'll go into the giveaway. All right, guys. Let's see, Serena. But if we both are dominant, then how can submitting work? Well, one of you guys gonna have to give that up, and the person who's to give that up, Serena, is gonna be you. You're gonna have that part so you can become submissive. If you're gonna go by the word, you understand? But you definitely will be submissive to him once he shows you love. Excuse me. Once he shows you love and respect, it's not going to come hard. It's going to come easy to be submissive to him. All right. When it's hard is when a man doesn't love and respect you. And so it becomes very hard for you to submit to him. And that's what I believe. It is hard to submit to a man who doesn't love and respect you. Simple. But once he love and respect you, it should come easy. All right. Let's see. I see everyone talking about submissive, but what about dominancy? That dominance, is that a factor needed in a committed relationship? Well, we just talk about that one person is going to be more dominant than the other person. So if that's the case, one person have to come down and be submissive while the other one be dominant. Okay, and it's not dominant, it's love and respect. That's what the man is going to do to his wife or his spouse, is going to love and respect her, and she in return is going to be submissive. I think this topic submissive, we're going to have to do a live on it because it seems very wide and big, and we're going to have to like go and do some research biblically and sociable and all the other parts. We're going to have to do it both, you know, biblically and in other areas where we have to definitely talk about it more, because I'm sorry, we need to be submissive women. We have to accept it. Some women can't even say the word submissive or submit to your husband. You have to do that. All right. All right. Let's see if I miss any. Okay. So my explanation about one side, that was to you, meaning it's both parties contributing and not committing. You keep saying man. Okay. That's why I say I don't understand this submitted thing, because it's hard if you both are dominant. Okay, technology is a part of our generation. Okay, Leicester is answering based off of, I think, being on the phone with your partner. That's why she said technology is a part of our generation, which is the 21st century. And I understand that, because back in my days, we never had TV. We never had phone to be texting and calling each other as often as we want to, or Wi-Fi, in the matter of fact, because I remember when in my dating or courtship days, you have to use a payphone on the street out there trying to reach to the other person to call, or you have a beeper or a pager where you page or beep the person and they in turn call you back. So yeah, I understand the whole technology in the 21st century is a little bit different. Thank God for it. Some of you guys would never survived 20 years ago. All right. I don't like being on the phone all the time because people need their space at times. Yes, that's true. People need their space at times. I agree with that. Paul says there should be no dominancy but balance. Okay. We agree with you, Paul. This needs to be the next topic. What should be the next topic, Serena? Submission, submissive. Yes, and we need to. This is the thing. If you have spouse, we need to invite our spouse to come on over to the live and let us discuss with them, or let them join in the discussion, and we could hear from their point of view what they think about this as well. So definitely submissive or submission. Remind me what the topic you need it to be. What the next topic should be. Yes, Mr. Pablo. You agree? You agree? Oh, people need their space. Both will be submissive to each other at that time. Okay. And you don't want me to be, you don't want to be submissive to me. Stop it. Okay. Yes, Lisa, that's what I'm saying. When he suppose you're submitting and don't even know. Yes, when he love you and he respect you, you submit to him, you don't even realize it or do, right? Love is patient, love is kind. Think of submissiveness as kindness. Thank you. God understands if the man does not love you as Christ loved the church and you are not, then you won't be submissive to him. I agree with that. I cannot submit to a man who doesn't love and respect me. You need to love and respect me. In return, I will submit to you. And if I'm not mistaken, in the Bible, it says that the man should love the woman before we talk about the woman being submissive to the man, if I'm not mistaken. But either way it goes, if you love me and you respect me, I will submit to you easily, easily, easily. All right. Serena, that's fighting a losing battle. Marie says that's fighting a losing battle. A woman can't operate like a man and expect to be treated like a woman if they want to be dominant. And yeah, you can't be the head. You cannot do that because the scripture, the Bible says the man is the head. Took me a little while to accept it. I hear it. I know it, but it took me a little while to accept it, and I did have to accept it. Love must be the center of the relationship, right, Paul? Yeah, submitting. Submitting. Serena, we're going to discuss that topic and we're going to go into more detail. And I'm going to invite Janika, her husband, your husband, Serena. We're going to invite at least 3 or 4 other men so we could talk about this, husbands, because you guys may be looking at it differently too. And you guys need to know from our point of view where we're coming from. Marian says, if the man is good, we have to. Teeth and tongue will always meet. There will always be disagreements, but it's the way we deal with the situation. Exactly. I agree with that 100%. And remember, love is not based off words, it's based off truthful action. I like that word. Underline the word, Brie. Truthful. Actions. Actions. Yes. All right. It says if we follow the word of God, then the relationship is in success. That's true. We're talking about that this week. That if we really rely on God to lead our relationship, then we will definitely come out on top. So for those who came in late, what Bree had requested is that we do a Zoom. Was it Bree or Serena? One of them requested that we do a Zoom, or both of them agree. And if anybody else would like to join in on the Zoom chat that we can have, so each person will get a chance to talk. Each person will, and we could just choose the topic submission. And we all go and research it and then come back together. I will let you guys know if we'll do it Wednesday or we'll do it the following Sunday. Because I feel like on Sunday people are more relaxed and they're home, and we get enough time a week from now to really go and study, and can invite our spouse as well. We can invite our special person, and we can do that Zoom. All right, do it on list their Facebook so the couples can join the live. Okay. So the Zoom is not better than the Zoom wouldn't be better compared to the live. Can't do Zoom. Defeat purpose of list there. Okay. So, oh, I see what we're talking about here. Thank you, Marie. The reason for me to be on live and to be on here talking for maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours is because I'm trying to build up my watch hours. So we don't want to do Zoom to discuss this topic. What we really want to do is to stay on the live on YouTube, or if we have to do Facebook, I could do it over and list there. Thank you, Marie. I do agree that we were supposed to do the Zoom, but the Zoom would defeat the purpose of me building up my watch hours. And so I need to do my watch hours each week. Thank you. See, I always have somebody looking out for me. All right. I know Celebrity Pitch Fun. I don't know if it's Mommy or that's Nia who's joining. But if it's you, Nia, this is not List Their Kids. This is List Their an adult discussion that we're having. So next time you could come on in. All right, when we're having List Their Kids. We're gonna live and List Their Kids too, because we're gonna have to build up that channel, but not right now. But anyway, but Mommy, if it's you, hey, tell me. So we're gonna get to the part where we're gonna be closing soon. But I wanna really put out these two questions. Can you have love without commitment? Can you have? I didn't say make. I say, can you have love without commitment? Remember, we're talking about commitment in a relationship. So we talk about the different types of commitment. We talk about how do we show someone that we are committed to them. So I'm curious now why I need you guys to tell me this. I mean, I think I know what the answer is. Can you have love without commitment? Can you have love without commitment? So I'm expecting or waiting for you guys to answer. And then when you answer, don't just give yes or no. Give me an explanation or why do you say it is. So let me give my explanation and my answer and my explanation. And I says, yes, we can definitely have love without being in a committed relationship. So that's where the dating is, where the dating is, right? You can love somebody because you're going to date them, but you don't go into a committed relationship. That's why I said to you that if you or going to be in a relationship, first thing you need to find out is, are we in a committed relationship, right? So I wrote, yes, it's exciting and liberating, which means it's free, right? And you are free to be your true self rather than trying to fit the mold of someone's girlfriend or, but falling in love without properly committing can quickly breed jealousy and insecurity. So even though, yes, I agree that you can have love while you're dating. You can have love, right, while you're dating, but you're not committed. It's excited. You feel free. You're not committed to somebody. On the other hand, if that person decided to date somebody else again, then you're gonna feel jealous. Especially if that person is dating you and is dating somebody, you're definitely gonna feel jealous. You're gonna feel insecure. You're gonna feel like, why he just not want me? Why it can't be just me? Why does somebody else have to come in the picture? So it's not suggested that you do that. And that's why dating can be very risky and serious. Love can exist, but you're not in a committed relationship. You need to understand that if you're not in a committed relationship, you don't get hurt, right? You don't try. If you start to find that you're insecure and you're finding that you're hurt, it's not for you. Dating is not for you, all right? Because dating is not you in a committed relationship. When you're dating, you're not in a committed relationship, all right? Before I go to the next question, let me answer these. Let me read these comments. Serena says, if that means you want to be free and have like an open relationship, then yeah. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. If you want to be free and you just want to date, and yeah, an open relationship is some people may think open relationship is if you're in a committed relationship and you can go out there and have another relationship. No, it doesn't mean like that. It means that you're dating and you're dating me and you're dating somebody else. That's an open relationship. That's how I take on open relationship as. All right. Not a share relationship, not where you're dating me and you're dating somebody else. That's not a committed relationship. All right. Bree says yes, because you can be yourself. Right. Yeah, you can be yourself. All right. So Marie says, commitment can make you fall in love, and vice versa. No love brings no commitment. No love, no commitment. Yeah, okay, I understand what you're saying. If there's no love, don't go commit to somebody. So it's like you love somebody, but they're not showing it back to you. Don't commit to them. Please do not commit to them. All right. And my last question is, what is full commitment? All right. I want to hear from Janika. I want to hear from Marian. I want to hear from Marie, Serena. You guys that are much older and are in committed relationships. What is full commitment? Tell me what it is. All right. Let me read what I have. Making a commitment involves dedicating yourself to something like a person or a cause, right? Before you make a commitment, think carefully. And that's what we're saying in the beginning that, when you're going to make a commitment, make sure both of you agree. Think about it before you do it because it's a responsibility. It's serious what you're getting yourself into. So a commitment obligates you to do something. And you know how we don't want to sacrifice, like we talked about in the beginning. You know how we don't want to appreciate each other. We don't want to compromise. We don't want to work in a relationship. This is what a committed relationship will do. It takes work. Okay, you have to do something. It's like a marriage. It takes work to maintain. All right. Some commitments are large, like the biggest one. And I think the biggest commitment for me is when you both decide to marry each other. That's a huge step, a huge commitment. And so definitely it is the largest commitment as far as I'm concerned. So my question is, what is full commitment to you? So that's full commitment to me is when you dedicate yourself and you decided that, okay, I'm going to work, I'm going to put in some energy into this relationship. That's what full commitment is to me. So Serena says yes. Yes, dedicating yourself to one another. And I'm going to show the comment because sometimes YouTube asks me if I want to show my comment or I don't want to show someone's comment. But I always hit on it and say, yes, show the comment. So Serena says, yes, dedicating yourself to one another. Marie says, some commitment is commitment. Your answer sounds like from the dictionary. Full commitment is pre-marriage vows. Full commitment is pre-marriage. I think full commitment is marriage vows. Yes, full commitment. But I could put the dictionary and everything down because, yes, I always prepare myself. I always go to the dictionary or Google. I always say, I wish they were Google when I was going to school because that's where I learned a lot of stuff from. If I don't know the meaning of a word, I'll go to my definition. Definitely Google that word and put definition next to it, and I get everything that I wanted. But that to me is a full or like a huge commitment to me is marriage, and that it takes work. That's basically what I wanted to say. That's what a big commitment is, our full commitment is to me. All right, marriage, and it takes work. Marianne says full commitment can be self-sacrifice. Yes, that's what I was talking about. The sacrifice that we have to make. Loving without expectation. And with that sentence, I'm gonna end the discussion on commitment in a relationship for today's live because um, that just sums it up. Loving without expectations. A lot of times, while we're disappointed when we have relationships, we're expecting, and if we don't get it, that's when we become disappointed. So let us love without expectations. All right, guys. I know a lot of you guys are still here with me. And I want to go in because I have to write everything down. When you get in elderly brain, like you're getting older, you have to write things down. I know a lot of you guys are laughing after me right now. You have to write things down. I love to write. I type everything and I put it in my memo so I don't forget. So I wanna tell you guys I appreciate everybody that stays on this live for over an hour and a half or close to 2 hours, an hour 45 minutes, just to discuss this topic. And I'm hoping that especially the young guys that are here, and even us older people, will get something from it. Because we're not just sitting here just to serve time on YouTube, but also to talk with one another and teach one another. Because I learned from Bree and Leaster, their comment, Serena, these guys are in college or they're younger and You know, they're coming, they learn from us as well based off our experience. Me, Marie, and Janika. You know, I appreciate you guys so much. I hope I didn't miss a name, but everybody, and Broman and Paul that log in. So we talk up. We have Broman, that was another guy, younger. So we have both side of the age group. We have the young adult. That's when you're over 18 for me. And then we have the older men who's going up into their 50s or their 30s or their 40s. So we have, comments, and I'm glad that everybody interact. And I like the way that you guys did interact on this topic. The next topic, you guys send it to me either in IG, Instagram, or after this live is done, you guys could go back and comment whatever you guys want to comment. If you enjoy the live, you could go back in the comment section and comment. Not in this live section, but come out of it and go back in the regular one, comment and tell me, what did you guys learn from what we talk about tonight? What or something that you guys wanted to share, or just leave it there, because people read comments. Trust me, I'm watching videos on YouTube and I'm reading some comments because it's interesting to read the comments, guys. All right. And as Serena says, it benefits me as well on YouTube. All right. So let's go into the next section of this live, which I'm hoping it doesn't take more than 15 minutes, because I'm basically going to be calling out some names. Okay, so my live stream that I have was December 9th, right? Okay. Yes. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I know Terrian, when I was doing the testing, because Terrian had told me that the reason why she can't be in my live because she's in school, in Jamaica. And sometimes because of school and work and all that stuff. But, they go back and they watch these lives. So even though they're not here watching, I know they're going to be watching eventually. All right. And I do, and I know that they'll comment on the live afterwards, or they'll send me a text, or they'll say something. And some people do enjoy the live that we have. And I know tonight was really good. I felt it, and I felt like it was productive. It wasn't just us sitting here just talking away. Somebody learned something. All right. So let's talk about this. What I want to do every month is, as I told you guys, I appreciate you guys allowing me to take up your time life on Facebook, or you guys feed on Instagram, or your stories. I see when you guys repost and things that I put out there, and I appreciate it. I'm not going to be able to call out all the names of everybody that do your sharing and all of that stuff, because as I told you guys, I do keep track of it. I'm not going to be talking about money too much on YouTube, because it's not good. And if you guys don't know why, you can hit me personally and I'll explain to you why. So if you guys win a giveaway, I'm giving you guys, I'm giving you because you guys had really supported me. All right. So Paul typed LFAM. That's our subscribers here. So if you're still here with us, just type in LFAM. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go into and I don't have a section where I award it, at least not yet, for those that have come in on the live and really sit and make their comments and make their communication be known in the live, like Serena and Janika and Marian and Marie and Paul and Roman and Lily and let's see, I hope I'm not missing somebody. Hopefully I'm not missing any. I said Marianne. I enjoyed the way you guys really come in and really show, really express yourself and even help somebody else to answer another question that you guys might have. All right. So I see all of you guys, Paul, Nika, Broman, Serena, Lily, Marianne, Bree, if you're still here, just say, and I appreciate you guys mainly because you guys have been in my comments and helping me through this, and I can't say enough how much I appreciate you guys. Okay, this is the way I show my appreciation to you guys. All right, so what I've decided to do is once a month I'm going to be having your name specially selected inside of a bag, like a basket, or just like a little Ziploc bag. And I'm gonna have your names, because right now I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 10 of you guys that I know is in my life, and you guys been communicating. I'm gonna put you guys' name in a raffle, and at the end of the month or sometime in the month, you guys might not know when it is, so you guys have to try and log in every time I have a live. It could be a Sunday or a Wednesday. You guys need to log in, because I'm going to be pulling your guys' name out, and you guys have a chance to win something. All right, we could talk off the air what you guys could win. I know most people like to win like cash up, something like that, but we could talk off the air about that. I was advised not to talk too much of that section within my live when I'm doing it. But if I'm doing a giveaway, I could just give it away. I could just give you guys what I'm giving away. All right. But don't go into too much discussion. All right. So I'm going to remember, I'm actually going to take a photograph of you guys that just commented L fam. So I don't forget you guys mainly, so I can have this list where I could put you guys' name inside of raffle for next Wednesday and see who win. All right. And this section that I'm doing here is a new section that I came up with, because you guys didn't have to take the time out to come and talk to me here for over an hour and a half. All right. So in the past, we did some live and we did some categories where we did some subjects. And I know we have Serena, Marie, and Terrian. Those three people still are waiting on their gift card. And if I can't get the gift card, which I told you guys I wasn't able to get at Dunkin' Donut, I went to 4 Dunkin' Donuts. They didn't have any more. I said, I'm going to either get Dollar Tree and send you your gift card, or I could do something else, category of answering the questions. All right. Now, the share corner. So I have a share corner for the month of October and November, where I've asked people to share my links, my videos that I put out, and I appreciate it, because if it's not for you guys, I can't do this. Even though majority of you guys might be not here in the live right now, but I want to mainly let you guys know who the winners are that share it the most. And I only can give away one prize, and that is the as you guys know, the cash prize, which I won't go into too much details. If you have a cash app, then I'll take it and I'll send you guys whatever we agreed upon before, and that to you. All right, guys. So the 3 categories we have are the IG category, and I want you guys to give this person a round of applause. And the winner goes to, congratulations, Serena Smith, for winning the IG share. And as I said, is if you share it in your story, in your feed, you share a story I put out, you share it right away. She had done the most sharing that I've seen for the last 2 months. We have October and November, and we're going to be doing December and January separately. But I want to congratulate you, Serena, for winning the IG section. We had some other guys which have put up their names. I think the last time I have my live, I mentioned you guys, the top 5 people. So Serena, you won that section, and I want to say congratulations. Now let's go over to the WhatsApp section. And you guys know there's a lot of people that share in WhatsApp, because if you don't have my personal number, you can't share. But if you do, I screenshot it every time you guys put a link out there. And it's a lot of you guys. Let me tell you, at least 6 of you guys came so close. But the person that did the most sharing in WhatsApp was Terrian. And Terrian is in Jamaica. And I'll link her up, and I'll find out how she needs her giveaway to come to her. All right, guys. So the next section we have is Facebook. And seriously, when I tell you that I keep track of this, don't believe that I don't. I do. I screenshot. As soon as I see somebody share my stuff, I screenshot. I screenshot. All right, let's go to the Facebook section. And again, guys, there was a lot of you, not just top 5, top 6. We have like about 10 people that came so close. Not 10, all 10 came close, maybe about 5 that came close. But the person that did the most sharing, And let me say this, because when I checked in November, this we have Marie. I'm gonna say Marie, you did a lot of sharing in November, and also Janika. But when I did the combination, and also let me say this part, in October, Nadia, which is Chinan, did a lot of sharing. But when you do October and November combination, the person who won the overall is Miss Claire Samaru. Congratulations, Claudine. Congratulations. I'm sorry. I know you are the overall winner. You did beyond and above. Sometimes you share 3, 4 times for the day. And I'm serious. If you guys go on her page, you'll think I took over her time life. Congratulations, Claudine, Claire Maru. Thank you so much for sharing so many times on Facebook. But as I said, when I checked out in October, Shannon did a lot. Like there was a day past, there was not a day, maybe 1 or 2 days, but she shares in October, but then she cut down in November. In November, Marie came and she was doing a lot of sharing, but she didn't share that much in October. So you see how important it is. So overall, October and November, Claudine, you did your thing. And I'm sorry that she's not here on live, but I know she's gonna hear or she will know. I see all the congratulations going up on the finger clapping to everybody that did. Congratulations to the 3 people that I announced. First place to Serena for Instagram sharing, and second place WhatsApp was Terrian, and third and first place for Facebook was Claire Samaru. But let me do this because I don't want to just leave some people who work really hard. You see these colognes? They're very nice. I'm telling you, this is my favorite cologne that I know you guys are gonna love. If you don't love it, okay, this is not for those people that just won. They know what they want. This is gonna be some people that are winning additional stuff because they work so hard as well, but they just did not be the number one winner. All right. So if you don't use cologne, because not everybody uses cologne, if you don't like it, Christmas is coming up, gift wrap it and give it to somebody that you know that will love cologne, but I don't know who don't love cologne. I love cologne. I love when you smell good. All right. So we have 4 people that I want to hand out each of these to. And the first person, I must say, this one is for you, Marie. Thank you for your hard work, always supporting. This one is for you, Janika. Thank you for your hard work. I appreciate your support. This one is for you, Sunshine, and that's Tanya. Thank you for your support. And the last number 4 goes to Chinan. Nadia, thank you for your support. If you guys, if I can see you guys, I'll give these to you. If I can't, I'll get them in the mail. All right. So say for example, you're in Jamaica and you want something, I will try to get it down with somebody that's coming down. Or if you win a cash prize, you guys, you know how you'll get it. All right. So I appreciate it for you guys that won the cologne. Congratulations. But I also want to let you guys know I'm in YouTube. I'm not on Facebook right now, but in Facebook, I have some top fans, and I just want to say hello to them, Kame and Jenna. Facebook told me that you guys are my new 2 top fan for the month, for this month, and I appreciate you guys. All right, thank you so much. I also want to send a big up to the Tonya over there in St. Martin's, always watching. When she watch my list there, she watch it on her TV and all her kids, and they watch it. So when I get monetized, I know they're watching the advertisement over and over. And I appreciate you guys so much. When I get really big, I'm not gonna forget where I'm coming from, the bottom that I came from, who helped me from the bottom to come up here. I will always remember you, and that's why I'm doing these things, to let you guys know that I appreciate you. All right, and Marianne, she told me the other day, she said to me that her kids, when I put a video up, would say, Auntie Lisa, put a video up, Auntie Lisa, put a video up. And I felt so good inside of me because they were so excited and they really look forward to watch the video. And so I appreciate you guys. Tell them I send my love and I love you guys over there. All right. I know you guys didn't win an award, win a gift or a giveaway or a prize or something, but I just want to say special thanks to these 3 people as well. You guys just didn't go in any category right now, but I want you guys to know that I didn't know I don't go unnoticed, which is Leaster, always sharing on Instagram, and Ramisa. I thank you both because you always try to put something out there to tell them that, I just share a video and they could go watch it. And also, of course, my fiance, Pablo, I thank you and I appreciate you. I see when you share and I know you're sharing. Thank you for always doing that. All right. I thank you for your support. Another big up I want to give, she's not on this live, but Liana. Recently, she gave me some subscriber, and I just want her to know because she tell them to go and subscribe, and they subscribe. So I want you guys to know we're not stopping the subscription. All right, we're not stopping the subscription. So in addition to what I talk about with the Ziploc bag with names that I'm going to be shaking each time we come live, for those who come in the comment and always sticking with us and commenting and participating, I'm also going to be throwing in a different bag. Like, I'm going to have a different bag for those who continue to send people to my channel to subscribe. They will win award as well. So I'm going to have 2 Ziploc bags with names in it for you to get a chance, because you send people to my YouTube channel, and also for those who stick with me right here. All right. Thank you, guys. I want to make 2 announcements before I go. Don't forget Miss Chin's Kitchen. Miss Chin's Kitchen decided to do fruit cake. I forgot to put up my picture, but after I cut the cake, I realized really nice, tastes really good. I could say, Miss Chin, you have improved. You have improved from last year. This one tastes really good. Last year was good, but this one is really nice. And if you guys have not got your fruit cake yet, please hit up Miss Chin's, and that's Janika. Go to Janika's IG. It is Miss Chin's Kitchen, and you will find her. All right, or you'll see us put the flyer around. She's baking from now until Christmas. I think Christmas is next 2 weeks. So please go over there and support her. That's what we do over on this channel. That's what we do as family in general. We support each other. If you decided to sell a toothpick, we are going to support you. We're going to try to make sure that toothpick gets sold. All right. So guys, love you all. Thank you so much for staying. This is the longest live that I have. And yes, she shipped wherever you are. She will ship that to you, because I know last year she shipped to Florida and Georgia. So she's going to be shipping. So anywhere you want her to ship it to, she will ship. All right. Serena, send the menu, Janika, to look on. Yes. Okay. So you guys, please let us support one another. If you guys are selling masks, if you guys are doing anything, send it to me and I will announce, and we'll get it out, and we'll support each other. All right, that's what we're here for. We're gonna love and we're gonna respect each other. Thank you all. Thanks again, Bree, for your support and coming in the comments and sharing your views. I appreciate everybody. Love you all. God bless you. The race is not for the swift, but it's for those that will endure to the end.